Buckle up, folks, because the saga of Stephanie Jenkins, known online as Resilient Jenkins, is not just drama, it's a full-blown digital meltdown with sweaty hats, messy motel rooms, and quite possibly the wildest family content TikTok has ever seen. This ain't your grandma's parenting vlog, it's chaos with a capital C. Stephanie and her partner Drew, along with their kids, cram their lives into a tiny motel room with every chaotic moment caught on camera. What started as a seemingly normal family vlog quickly spiraled into a simmering pot of controversy and concern. Stephanie's TikTok saw lifestyle teetering on the edge, one that's been called unsafe, neglectful, and downright disturbing by viewers and child advocates alike. It all blew up when Stephanie dropped a video that had TikToks scratching their heads and clutching their sanitizers tight. The star of the show? Drew's Nike hat. But this wasn't just any hat cleaning tutorial, oh no. The hat looked like it had waged war against sweat and lost. Brown, bent, and downright disgusting.
It's been a while since I've done one of my deep clean videos, so let's take my man's hat and deep clean it. First, let me lick off all this sweat. Just playing.
Then came the shocker. Stephanie didn't just clean it, she licked it. Yes, you read that right. She literally stuck her tongue on that funk-filled fabric like it was some twisted taste test.
It's been a while since I've done one of my deep clean videos, so let's take my man's hat and deep clean it. First, let me lick off all this sweat.
The internet flipped, wondering if this was a prank, a cry for help, or just plain reckless content creation. And it only got worse. The grand finale? She cleaned that biological disaster in the family dishwasher, the very same one she uses for washing kids' cups and spoons. Hygiene? Might as well be a myth in the Jenkins motel kingdom.
What I did was, I thought I had some vinegar on hand, but I actually didn't, so I just soaked it in some vinegar. Oh, bitch, you just said you didn't have vinegar. I soaked it with some baking soda and some dish soap. Y'all, check out what the baking soda did when I put it in there. What in the fuck? The baking soda was like, yeah, you're gonna need something a little stronger than I can do, but I added some dish soap because that'll do it, right? Dish soap has never failed me when it comes to trying to degrease something and get all the stains out, so that's what I was using. And you can see this water was immediately changing colors. I let that soak for about an hour, just playing. I wish it was about an hour. It was more like 3 hours because that's when I got back to it. Now, if you watch my man's videos and you watch my videos, you know my man wears this hat pretty much every day, all day, so you can expect some buildup. And I do believe this is the first, maybe the second time I'm watching it, but yeah, it hasn't been that many times. I feel like maybe I've mentioned this in one of my videos like a long time ago, but I like deep cleaning stuff like this. I like the process of the big nasty part, you know? Especially when it comes to like those carpet cleaning videos. I could watch carpet cleaning videos for far too long, okay? Okay, so after that first soak, I rinsed it off pretty good. I rinsed it quite a few times before I did a second soak. And then with the second soak, I added some laundry detergent and fabric softener, and then I let that soak for another couple hours. So prior to me cleaning this hat, Drew had mentioned that the inside of the hat was starting to make him like kind of itchy while he was at work, so I really wanted to focus on scrubbing the crap out of that. So yeah, after that second soak, I rinsed it again, and then I went in with some dish soap, and this is a new sponge that I used just for this activity. And yes, I have clean sponges for the dishes too. I didn't just buy them for the hat. Oh my god. Y'all, I really did just say this is like the third freaking soak. And it's still coming out like this when I dumped the water out. It was not good enough for me. So I went in again. And like I said, I really focused on the inside because that's the part that's going to go back on his noggin. So yeah, I wanted to make sure it was nice and clean. If y'all love these deep cleaning videos, please let me know because I do try to do them as often as I can. I try to post as often as I can. I really do. Thank you guys for watching. Bye-bye now.
But the hat debacle was just the tip of the iceberg. Their living space is a non-stop disaster zone. The motel room is trashed with kids squeezed into one corner like they're playing hide and seek in an emotional war zone. Drew comes home from his gig, silently picking up the clutter without any fanfare or TikTok moments. He's the unexpected hero in this real-life soap opera. Meanwhile, Stephanie keeps the content coming, documenting every chaotic detail, but many argue it's less about community building and more about exploiting their struggles for views. The Jenkins family's drama doesn't stop there. Off-screen, the TikTok grapevine buzzes with rumors of ongoing neglect, toxic family dynamics, and exploitation of their poverty for clout. Other TikTok personalities like Dakota and Felicity are caught in their own toxic cycles of love, betrayal, homelessness, and hospital trips, adding more fuel to the fire of this fraught social media ecosystem. Critics question whether Stephanie's relentless content creation is masking a cry for help or a calculated hustle for fame, while Drew's quieter role spotlights a fractured family dynamic under the spotlight. The Jenkins saga serves as a cautionary tale about the blurry line between authenticity and exploitation in the digital age, reminding followers that sometimes viral fame comes at an uncomfortable cost. Halloween. Cute, right? Nah. Because Drew casually called out Stephanie, or should we say babe, for not following through on cleaning the disaster zone that has become their motel room. He said she promised days ago, but surprise, surprise, sometimes these babies be all over the place, if you catch the shade. Ouch. And here's the kicker. This is coming from the man who's always grinding away on TikTok while Stephanie's busy preaching about how she cleans 3 times a day like it's some sort of superpower. No direct shade, just the truth, served cold and messy. Meanwhile, Stephanie's been caught filming herself all day, every day, posing like the queen of deep clearing in that cramped one-bedroom motel, channeling some chaotic Maria Kondo vibes in a dress that screams, "I'm here to clean, but also make viral content." But who's really doing the dirty work? Drew. That's who. The guy with a real job outside that disaster, folding blankets, washing dishes, trying to bring some sanity to the chaos. His caption was like a velvet glove punching through all the smoke and mirrors, soft-spoken but devastatingly honest. No drama, no clout hustle, just a cold, hard snapshot of reality. Stephanie said she'd do it, didn't, so he had to clean it again. Fans aren't just seeing dust and dishes, they're watching a woman saying one thing online and doing something very different behind closed doors. And if Drew is exhausted, imagine the rest of the world watching this slow unraveling. What does all this mean? Let's get real. Some of Stephanie's recent behavior simply can't be shrugged off as a rough day or bad mood. It's giving full-on, "why are you licking a filthy hat" energy. Viewers have pointed out the glassy eyes, inconsistent moods, and slurred, rambling voiceovers, things that don't exactly scream "in control." Not proof, but definitely enough to make the rumor mill spin. If Stephanie is secretly fighting something heavier, TikTok isn't the place for that battle. The platform's hunger for viral content can be brutal, offering no mercy if you're spiraling, just another moment to clip and amplify. But here's the heartbreaking truth. When your trauma, chaos, and kids are your content, lines start blurring. It's no longer mom life. It's a brand, a very messy, very public brand. And that's when the question hits. Is this scripted dysfunction or real life? Licking revolting hats, responding to criticism with vague excuses, and soaking up views? This isn't just messy content anymore. It's exploitative, especially when it involves kids who can't consent or protect themselves. Pause and imagine. Stephanie, a mom packed with kids in a cramped motel room with zero breathing space, trying to parent, clean, cook, post, and handle nonstop internet judgment, that could break anyone. Maybe she's not the villain here. Maybe she's drowning, using content as a lifeline, because those likes feel like love and comments like hugs in a lonely, toxic digital space. But let's be clear, if that's the real story, what Stephanie needs isn't views or more deep cleaning tutorials. It's help, real help, community support, a break from the relentless spotlight. Right now, the internet is left confused and concerned, watching a woman who clearly cares but is stuck spinning on a chaotic hamster wheel. And amidst all the theories and guesses, one truth stands out loud and clear. Those kids deserve so much better, and Stephanie needs a wake-up call before this viral carousel spins out of control. And just when you thought Halloween in the motel was the worst the kids had seen, the bitter truth drops right into the lap of every worried watcher. Those poor kids spent the spooky night crammed into a cramped motel room, no room to roam, no normal bedtime rituals, just a chaotic corner for them to crash while mom was busy licking hats for TikTok content and dad, Drew, was silently cleaning up the mess she filmed. The big question now, burning up the timelines, are Ye's kids about to be stuck unwrapping dollar bills instead of presents this Christmas? Will they still be bunking in that same tiny motel corner with just chaos as their holiday backdrop? Let's be real, Stephanie doesn't look like she's hustling for change. She's too busy crafting idealized content for followers while Drew's clocking real hours outside that disaster zone, coming in every night to fold blankets, wash dishes, and patch some scraps of sanity into the day-to-day. Drew is the silent backbone here, even if unperfect, showing us the stark truth Stephanie refuses to admit. She's dropping the ball big time, leaving Drew to carry the mess while she films it like it's a scripted reality show. The whispers growing louder. If this is the highlight reel, what's lurking off camera? Because if Stephanie's okay broadcasting dishes piled high in sinks and kids left sleeping like afterthoughts, what darkness hides behind the doors we don't see? This isn't just messy content anymore. It's a heartbreaking chronicle of instability. Kids are living and breathing their childhood trauma live for an audience. And while the internet roasts and laughs, underneath the smirks is a collective cringe watching a family slowly slip apart. These children are learning, consciously or not, that viral moments matter more than a safe and stable home. That's the cold, hard truth nobody wants to drown in, but it's there. Now, pivot to the parallel meltdown brewing with Dakota and Felicity, another grim chapter in this saga of TikTok turmoil. Felicity's latest crisis is no joke. Hospitalized with a kidney infection turned deadly sepsis, she's been through 2 blood transfusions fighting for her life. And real talk, any hateful, nasty comments about her situation? No, not here. She's human, flawed, but deserving of the basic decency and prayers while she battles this. Meanwhile, Dakota, the 23-year-old with dwarfism and a turbulent background of abandonment, has been by her side nonstop. His friend and caretaker Corso has helped him climb out of homelessness into a motel, then an apartment, but Felicity's manipulation, cheating, and police drama have kept them both in a toxic whirlpool. At one point, they chose homelessness just to stay together, all while Corso kept footing the motel bill. Now, with Felicity hospitalized, people are watching. Will this be the moment Dakota finally breaks free, or will it pull him deeper into the same tragic loop? So, where does that leave us? Stephanie's unraveling in the spotlight, her children bearing the brunt of it. Dakota's stuck in a cycle he can't escape, and Felicity caught somewhere between illness and chaos, dragging everyone down. So what do you think? Is Felicity playing the forever manipulator in this toxic game? Should Stephanie hit pause, take a break from the cameras, and focus on patching up life offline? Throw your hot takes below. And hey, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe, because something tells me this story, oh honey, it's far from over. That's a wrap on the Jenkins drama. Drop your thoughts below, hit like, and don't forget to subscribe for the next juicy update. Catch you next time.